No little thanks to Graham Souness.
I was talking to him one day just at the poolside, and he asked me how long I'd been at Rangers, and I said 9 years, I think it was at that time. And he said, "You were due a testimonial," and I says, "Well, the club actually stopped them 3 or 4 years ago. There was a spate of them with Big Tom Forsyth and Sandy Jardine and different players at that time, and they weren't having any more, so I didn't think they were." And Graham Souness said to me, he says, no, he said, "If I'm the manager," he says, "and you've been here 10 years, you'll get a testimonial." And he was true to his word.
Yeah, he still never weighed me in for that. He deserved it. He'd been a great servant to that club. He'd done very well for me and thoroughly, in my opinion, thoroughly deserved his testimonial. And of course he got a lockout, if I remember.
And a lockout at the testimonial dinner at which big names paid tribute to the honoured guest.
Football's not about robots or boring tactics. It's about excitement, emotion and individual flair and imagination, as shown by Davie Cooper. And on behalf of the Scottish football public, Davie, I want to thank you for everything that you've done. You've thrilled all of us with your special talent, and you've made Scottish football richer by your presence.
Guest of honour, Mr. Cooper, what a pleasure it is for somebody who's followed Rangers since I was that height, 2 years ago. Since I was a wee boy, I've always been Rangers daft, and to be asked to speak at a dinner for a guy like this is an honour for me. I'm delighted, and I'll tell you something that really tickled me tonight. Quite apart from the big man here turning up, Big Roy, because he's burgied him a dissy. But there's also Celtic fans in the body of the hall, and I think that's a great tribute to Davie Cooper, after all the damage he's done to them over the years. Thank you for coming along. See, we've got so much in common, Rangers and Celtic, for being so different. We've got so much in common because, you know, at Ibrox, when you leave your motor and the boys are up, because we're a bit of class now, you know, it used to be, "Can I watch your motor, mister?" Now it's, "Excuse me, sir, 50 pence plus VAT. It's the upwardly mobile motor watchers, you know. And at Parkhead, it's all the wee guys with the Arsenal trousers, you know. But I've got the new Celtic jersey, the green and white hoops with a red neck, and they're... No, they are. And there's a great story, I hope it's true, about the Glasgow guy who turns up at Kinnear Road, just opposite Celtic Park, and he gets out the motor and the wee urchins there, you know, and he goes, "Can watch your motor, mister?" And he says, come here. He says, "Have a look in there. See that? It's a big old station in the back and it's growling." He said, "That's Zorro." He says, "That watches my motor." And the wee boy goes, all right. So the guy goes into the game, comes out, Celtic won, it was a Wednesday. And he's come out into the motor and he sees the white bit of paper. He says, "Don't tell me I've got a ticket." "Yeah, but," he says, and he gets out and he opens the paper and on it says, "Can Zorro blow tyres?" Poor flatties, eh? Good days. I've had great nights with the Rangers, great afternoons. I mean, we've had great victories. I remember going to Eindhoven, drawing 0-0 at Ibrox, and we went there, and the humour, I keep talking about it, but it's great. They scored a goal in 22 seconds, Eindhoven, and they're winning 1-0 at half time. And I go down to the toilet, and I'm just standing there, you know, the two hands like, and that was just to unbutton my coat, but anyway. And this wee barra comes in, he's got a Rangers bonnet, about 3 million badges and a Rangers scarf. And he looks at me and says, "Dirty, they started before we were ready." Seriously. If I could finish up with a wee serious comment, I know that we're here tonight for one purpose, and that is to celebrate the skill, the talent, the dedication of this guy at Glasgow Rangers Football Club. I'm just honoured to be here and sit next to him. Thanks a lot, David.
Gentlemen, we're here tonight to pay tribute to a footballing genius. This man has graced football fields all over the world and has been a credit to both his club at Glasgow Rangers and his country, Scotland. He scored goals at both levels. Enough about me, let's talk about Davie Cooper. We all know, of course, Davie is very fond of his betting. He likes a wee punt in the horses, of course. He's a generous man, especially when it comes to gambling. In fact, highlighted by his guest tables tonight: William Hill, Ladbrokes, Mecca. In fact, I was talking to his father earlier on this evening, and of course Mr. Cooper told me he was the only 7-year-old in the street who got the Sporting Life instead of the Beano. We're sitting in the dressing room the other day, of course, all the lads, and we decided we have to get the man a gift, you know, Davie a gift. And we've been racking our brains for weeks. We're saying to ourselves, you know, what can we get this man? Because really, this man's got everything. I mean, Terry's scratching his head, Woodsy. None of the lads could decide. But then, we thought for weeks, and then we found that the one thing that Davie doesn't have, and I think we've got to hear from. And I don't know if we could, I'll hand it over to him here.
Thanks, Al.
No?
I think he'll want to show it off to you.
What I've always wanted
As
is a
of
right
course
leg.
a right leg.
Everybody in Scotland